Hi folks, welcome back. Thanks for joining me, welcome back to the channel once again. So today we are returning to our roots, if you like, of the Matchbox classic range of model kits from the 1970s. And we're going to the purple range today, so it's the pocket money, you know, the basic range that we all sort of grew up with, perhaps buying one or two a week, depending on how much pocket money we had, I suppose. Anyway, today it is none other than the Curtis P40N, which of course was the Warhawk in the RAF, or the Kitty Hawk in the USA. Aircraft that we bought, of course, from the United States. And here it is, with a nice artwork by Roy Oxley. And it's actually doing some bombing, supporting the Canadian troops on the ground here in a place called Taranto in Italy. And the Canadian infantry are trying to attack German positions, and the Warhawks are coming in to support them with some of their 250-pound surface blast bombs with these big prongs on the front. Very weird looking bomb, aren't they? Anyway, nice artwork. It's one of the later generation, this, so it's a late PK number, PK-31. Typically, if we look on the box art, we get this image of, as we always do, showing the kit when it's been made without any painting. Although quite why they chose to do it in two tones of blue, I'm not sure. It's not strange, like a French blue and then a sky blue. Sky blue is fine, but I'm not sure why they didn't go with green. But there we go. Such was Matchbox with their colours. They have to a habit of varying them, whether it's the instructions or the actual sprues within the box. Anyway, on the other side, as you can see, it's got the Henschel HS-126, the Skyhawk, Freedom Fighter, Starfighter, I should say, the F-104, and the Percival Provost. And that 104 we're going to be doing a review on very soon, so keep your eyes peeled. Right, on the back, you notice that this is a very light box because I've actually just taken it out, because I've actually tried to shoot this review once already about 10 minutes ago, but the post lady turned up with more kits for me, so I don't want to criticise her for that. But I've had to reshoot the movie, so here we go again. Second time looking this time, I think. Alright, so coming in here, let's have a look at these different options. We've got a nice RAF option, and we've got a USA option. So this kit is 1976, which is why it's one of the later generation ones. One of the later releases from Matchbox in the purple range. Got some great detail here showing you how to put your decals on the front of where the undercarriage tucks in, which is quite cool. And this is a Kitty Hawk. In fact, it's the other way around, isn't it? I keep saying Kitty Hawk. We called it the Kitty Hawk, and the Americans call it the Warhawk, and it always confuses me. I get this mixed up all the time. I thought it was the other way around. I thought the Americans called it the Kitty Hawk, but obviously I'm wrong. Anyway, it's the FB Mark IV and the Kitty Hawk, and that's 250 Squadron, Italy, summer of 1944. This is the one that was supporting the Canadians you saw on the artwork on the front. And then underneath we've got a P40N American Warhawk, 85th Fighter Squadron, 10th Air Force, and this is in Nagahuli, Assam in India in 1944. So let's have a look inside. Well, we don't need to open the box because, as I say, I've actually already done that for you. We'll pop that over here. And let's get cracking. So first of all, we have got a lovely Matchbox true to form, one of their super duper little tiny, in this case because it's a purple range, it's a very small version of the traditional Matchbox stand. M for Matchbox. A lot of people don't realise that's what it means. M is for Matchbox. And of course you get a decal that you can put on the side of these. For some reason I've got one piece that's detached, but that's absolutely fine. In fact, inside this box I found a duplicate second vertical which was missing in one of my other kits. I now have to go through the videos and search through to find out which one it was, because I can't remember. Maybe you can. Anyway. Then we have, still on the subject of clear parts, we have got the canopy. And it's quite a nice one. It's got come with a proper sprue as well, so to protect it, which is yeah, a bit better than the average fare from Matchbox, to be honest. Quite sensible. A few little scratches on it, but nothing serious. That'll soon polish out. Nice little canopy, to be honest. Very characterful with the framework. Just needs a bit of masking to get the most out of it, I think. And then we come to the instructions and the decals. So look at the decals first, I think. Oh, we got the sheet on that. Yes, no protective sheet, but as you can see, true to form, we've got British markings, but I do like the American ones with the skull on it. I think I might be tempted to go for that one if I was going to build this. That looks quite cool. Curtis P40N. So we avoid the confusion of Warhawks and Kitty Hawks. Just call it the P40. Easy. But they look nice. A little bit discoloured, but no, the quality of the surface looks alright. I'm sure those would work perfectly. I think the discoloration is actually the backing paper, which is typical for Matchbox. Not going to be a problem. So, here we go. We have got our lovely Purple Range instructions in the right colour, genuine original example. Let's have a little read of this. So it says that the Curtis P40 originated as a lightened version of the earlier marks and was powered by the Allinson engine. The first 400 aircraft of this type were built with 4 50 cal wing mounted guns, but on later models the armaments was increased to 6 of them. On the later models, modifications were also made to the cockpit to improve the rear view. I think basically what they did is they made it more of a bubble, and they tried to get rid of all this framework that was, you know, just in the way, really. And it says there's 3,240 versions were made. Wow, that's a lot of aeroplanes. Holy smoke! The large number of these aircraft supplied to the Commonwealth countries and even to the Soviet Union, but many were used by the American units throughout the Far East, which they served right to the end of the war. So there you go, it's a very long-serving plane. On the back you've got your little colour call-out guide for all the small parts, very typical for Matchbox, for all the little pieces: wheels, tyres, legs, pilot seat. Not sure what that is actually. Not sure what that part is. Is it one of the guns or the bombs? I'm not sure. It's the bomb. Propeller, engine, the gear bay doors, wells, and then a little bit of painting around inside the cockpit. It's very helpful. Colour call-outs for your humbrol. Bit sort of academic now, I think. Let's have a look. So, got the pilot going into his seat. Looks like a very basic one, but it has got a headrest. Then we're building up the engine and the spinner and propeller. Putting in your tailplanes, and then bringing it all in together. Sorry, I missed 2. I've gone the wrong. I've done it in a different sequence actually. So sorry, 2 was putting your aerial in and your coving on the back of the cockpit, and putting in your pilot in his seat and bringing it together with the 2 fuselage sides. Then we've got the canopy going on and that front of the engine going on, and then we pop in the wings, top and bottom, like an insert, plus you've got your exhaust stubs. And it says to fit wheel in the retracted position, remove flange shown, parts 14 and 15. Okay, so there's been an overlapping flange. Interesting. Huh. Could be a challenge. Okay, shouldn't be a problem. And then finally you've got your wheels going in. And your 250 pound bombs, what do they call them? Surface blast bombs, they call them. So they're not a penetrating bomb, obviously they're designed to sort of perhaps take out troops or something nasty. And you've got your gear and gear doors going in there, and your pitot on the end of the wing. Or closed wheels and closed doors. Choice is yours. Very good. Let's have a look what we got then. Here we have these 2 rather unusual colours, which I think that would work on a naval plane, but not so much on this. It would have been better this one being green, I think. Now then, raised panel lines. Ugh, it's horrible actually, if I'm honest. I didn't know that. There's a very raised, and a lot of them. This is not nice, if I'm being brutally frank about it. What were they thinking of in 1976? You wouldn't... Ugh. That's tragic. That's not nice at all. See them? Sticking up. It's almost like a lattice work on top of the fuselage. I hate that. That's awful. This is going to get poor review, I'm to tell you now. The engine looks good. Bombs look great, I've got to say. These bombs, they look very cool. Undercarriage looks good. There's no flash. Coving at the back of the cockpit there. Over on this side we've got the propeller and the spinner. They look great. But that fuselage is horrendous. It's nasty. Let's go to the one. Oh, we've got more of it. Oh, even more. Even more. Oh, raised panel lines. Horrible. Nasty, yeah? Really nasty. It even got raised underneath, everything's raised, it's horrendous. Oh, this is the nastiest one yet. It's a shame because the actual moulding is good. It's very accurate looking. It looks quite true to, you know, the shape, but the raised panel lines are just hideous. That's just nasty. You'd have to rub all that off, I think. That's nasty. Oh my goodness. So, got the Pilot. At least the Pilot's better than that recent... I did a recent review on the Airfix Hunting Jet Provost, which had the two most nasty Pilots I've seen for a long time, in a kit that was otherwise perfect. But I'm sorry, I can't forgive it, the raised panel lines. They're just horrendous. The whole thing is just covered in a web of it. In some of the other Matchbox we've seen, they've actually had a little bit of raised panel line, like the Brewster Buffalo, I think, had a little bit of raised panel line. The rest was recessed. But that is just somebody's gone gangbusters with the scribing into the mould and giving it raised panel lines. It's awful. 5 out of 10. It's a shame because actually the shape and everything looks great, and the colours and the quality, you know, the actual, there's no flash or anything. It looks really nice, and they've absolutely ruined that kit with the raised paneling. That is just absolutely tragic, is the word I'd use. They haven't done it on the tail though. Isn't this stupid? So the tail, that's all recessed panel lines. I don't know if I showed you that. Just come in again, I'll show you. So they've got all this horrible, you know, the tail planes, it's raised all over the wings, it's raised on the fuselage. But here at the tail, that is recessed and looks great. So from the tail back, it's perfect. Dear, oh dear. It's also a two-sided tail there, as you can see, so it just slots in from the fuselage side. Well, sorry folks, I think it's going to be my worst rated Matchbox kit. I'm giving it 5 out of 10. It's a shame because if it weren't for that, it would probably be a 9, 9.5. Absolutely brilliant. But that is deeply disappointing. I don't know what lunatic at Matchbox at the time decided to do the mould that way, but he ruined it, and it's nasty, really. You can make it nice, I'm sure, if you want to work on it and you know, rub them all down and yeah, okay, but not me. 5 out of 10, I'm afraid, so it's a bit of a thumbs down. Hope I get a thumbs up from you though, and I hope you thought that was interesting. If you did, please tune in again because we're going to have lots more similar videos. There's still a handful of Matchbox to do that we haven't seen yet that are worth looking at, I think. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and ding the notification bell because that will give you forewarning about the upcoming videos. In the meantime, thanks for joining me. Appreciate your company. Take care of yourselves. Thanks a lot and bye for now.